Construct an exponential function that contains the points 0, 3, and 2, 75. Okay, now we know that a general exponential function is of this form right here. We call it a times b to the x power. So really, your job is to find the values of a and b, right? Remember, b is the base of the exponential function, and a is the coefficient, right? Just whatever is being multiplied at the very end. Okay. So how do we do this using the points that are given? Remember, these are points that are on the function itself, right? So that's good. Remember, this is an ordered pair, which means the first coordinate is the x value and the second coordinate is the y value. Okay, so first thing we should do is just plug these points in, right? So we get 3 is equal to a times b to the 0 power. And then we get 75 is equal to a times b to the second power. This one actually turns out pretty good, right? Anytime you have x equals 0, it always turns out good because we should know what anything to the 0 power is, right? Remember, anything to the 0 power is just 1. What can we conclude then from this equation right here? We actually know the value of a, right? Because b to the 0 is just 1, so a is equal to 3. That's good, right? Now we know what the value of a is, so we can go ahead and plug that into the other equation, okay? Now, just a hint right here, right? I mean, hopefully you realize whenever you have anything to the 0 power, it actually works out the best. That's not always going to be the case, but of course there are other methods that we can use to find the values of a and b. But in this case, it turns out pretty nice, right? So now we can plug in the 3 here, right? Because we know what a is, right? So 75 is equal to 3 times b to the second power, and now we just have to solve for b. Notice in this case, well, wait a minute, I can just divide both sides by 3. So I know that b squared is equal to 25. And then wait a minute, how are we going to solve for b in this case, right? In this case, we can just take the square root of both sides. Square root of b squared is just b. That's good. What's the square root of 25? In this case, we get a positive 5. Okay? So check it out. We've found the values of a and b. So now we can just rewrite the function, right? Y is equal to 3 times 5 to the x power, right? And this is a just one of your standard exponential functions, right? The base is equal to 5 and the coefficient is equal to 3.